High school football is back, and so is Pressbox on Fox 14. It's week 1 in Kansas, which includes defending CNC champion Colgan starting its season on the road at Girard. Arch rivals Parsons and Labette County meet in Altamont with a lot more than just bragging rights on the line. And Pittsburgh begins its 2024 season at Hutchinson Field against Emporia. Meanwhile, in Missouri, COC heavyweights Webb City and Nixa square off at Cardinal Stadium. Another Class 5 state title contender, Carthage, plays its home opener against Ozark, along with a rematch of a district championship game 2 years running, as Mount Vernon goes on the road to defending Class 3 runner-up Seneca. Those games and a whole lot more. It's the only 30-minute high school football highlight show in the 4 states. And it starts right now.
You're watching Fox 14's Pressbox, sponsored by Missouri Southern State University, Matco Builders, Roper Kia, and Kramer's Quality Meats of Grove.
Pressbox is back on Fox 14. I'm John Dales, joined by Brock Baldridge. Brock, welcome to the 2024 season.
Yeah, welcome. Thanks for having me. Well, it's a new year for Pressbox here on Fox 14, and it's a new year for football in the 4 states, and it's another year for us. It was the second year that we've been doing Pressbox on Fox 14, and, we've had a lot of teams here, and I think now, John, we have an understanding of what we can expect from each of our teams.
Yeah, another year under our belts. We get to know a lot of the teams in the area. And one of the things we learned on the Kansas side is the CNC is no joke.
No,
Every single team in that conference is very good, one of the deepest conferences there. And a year ago, the Colgan Panthers were undefeated CNC champions. This year, they enter with a big target on their back for our game of the week. Girard opens at home. The 2024 Trojans hosting the defending CNC champs from Colgan. The Panthers lose a lot of star power from that 2023 team. Panthers get the ball first on 3rd and 13. Junior quarterback Karsten Simmons finds Brady Bedart for a pickup of 14. That moves the chains. Later in the drive, Simmons drops back, takes a shot to the end zone, and Anthony Schremer makes the catch. Colgan gets on the board first. 7-zip Panthers. Ensuing drive, Girard gets deep into Colgan territory. Ben Cullen on the quarterback keeper, but a big hit from Caleb Garner knocks the ball free. Panthers jump on it and they take over. After the takeaway, Simmons back to work. This pass goes through his intended receiver's hands, but it ends up in the hands of another Panther. That's Schremer with the catch. Later in the drive, beautiful play action fake here. Simmons with all kinds of time. He steps up and finds his tight end, Will Schremer. He tight ropes the sidelines, stays in bounds, and scores the touchdown. Girard hangs tight all the way to the finish, but Colgan pulls it out on the road. Final score 21-14.
Well, it still looks like Colgan is still Colgan. So even though they had a lot of roster turnover, they still dominated Girard like they did last year. So, really impressive performance by the Panthers.
Colgan, very good team. I think Girard's going to be better this year.
I agree with that. We had Girard really high on our pigskin preview, so we'll see if they can bounce back. Well, staying in the CNC conference, it's Riverton as they went 6-4 last year. Now they face their foe Baxter Springs, who made a playoff game last year, first time in a while since 2017. And both teams are going against each other tonight. And let's take us out there to Riverton and Baxter. Let's start in the second half. Slow start here as Riverton Rams broke out to their offensive chops. Rams quarterback Cale Forbes dishes a pitch out to the running back number 26, Jesse Wagner. Short gain into Lions territory. A pass from Forbes was targeted to wide receiver number 18, Jason Clark, who accidentally fumbles the ball. Swiftly lands on top of it to ensure possession. Forbes finds running back number 1, Aiden Witherspoon, who trots down the field for another important gain for the Rams. And yet again, Forbes finds Witherspoon in the end zone for a Rams touchdown, putting on the score to increase their lead in the third quarter. Witherspoon back at it again. He's going to look to find an open route to the opponent's red zone, throw another touchdown, put another one on the board. Look at this play right here. Driving right there. Increasing their lead to 16 with over a little minute left in the third quarter. Rams went on to defeat the Lions 32-10.
Now over to Hutchinson Field. Pittsburgh was bounced out of the first round of the playoffs a year ago, but returns a motivated and a hungry group in 2024. At Hutchinson Field tonight, Pittsburgh against Emporia, the opening night of the season. Purple Dragons already up 21-0 midway through the second quarter. Running the triple option, they give it up the middle to Nate Mitchell. The senior rumbles down the sidelines all the way to the end zone. That's a touchdown. It's 28-0 Purple Dragons. Next drive, Emporia faces 4th down and 6 near midfield. Spartan quarterback Micah Gray finds Talon Kirk on a slant. He takes this all the way to the house. Emporia touchdown, that trims the deficit back to 21. Next Pittsburgh possession, 45 seconds to go till halftime. Connor Profit finds Tanner Ramage up the seam. He gets all the way inside the Spartan 20-yard line. Next play, Profit rolls to the right, fires on the run to the end zone. That's caught by Malachi Meadows. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. BHS leads 35-7. After recovering a fumble on the ensuing kickoff, Pittsburgh with 7 seconds left before halftime. That's plenty of time. Profit drops back, fires to the end zone. That's Meadows again making the catch for the touchdown. Purple Dragons score 42 points in the first half. They win it 56-13. And as we head to break, here are a few more scores from around Southeast Kansas.
You're watching Fox 14's Pressbox, sponsored by Roper Kia, Missouri Southern State University, and Associates of Dentistry.
Welcome back to Fox 14 as we enter week 2 of high school football in Missouri. And well, tonight, we maybe have one of the top matchups in the entire state. It's a COC battle between the Nixa Eagles and the Webb City Cardinals. Each of these teams won district championship in 2023. Fast forward to 2024, both squads are off to a good start, 1-0 record for each team. COC game of the week as Webb City hosts the Nixa Eagles. We pick things up in the second half. Nixa led 27-21 at that point. Webb City tries to catch Nixa off guard here with the onside kick to start the second half, but the Eagles recover it. Well, Nixa has good field position. First drive of the second half, Dylan Ribura takes the handoff as he squeezes through the defenders. Ribura stays on his feet. The offensive lineman behind him push him an extra 10 yards forward, and now it's set up a goal line play. Ribura takes a snap right up the middle. Eagles score the touchdown. They now lead at 34-21. Next Webb City possession. Jackson Lucas had a great game all night. Takes it himself, spins and fumbles the football. Parker Mann picks it up. Even though it looked like he stepped out of bounds, the play continues. Nixa goes the distance the other way. Nixa now leads 41-21 after the scoop and score. Webb City starting to run out of time now late in the third quarter. It's 4th and long as Jackson Lucas can't connect with Andrew Young. It's a turnover on down. So we head to the fourth quarter now. Nixa puts this game on cruise control. Dylan Ribura finds the end zone again for an easy touchdown. The Eagles pull away in the second half. Nixa beats Webb City 55-21, the final score.
55-21, that's not a score that Webb City fans are used to seeing. I will say, though, last year, right around this point, we saw Nixa beat Webb City. That kind of lit a fire under the Cardinals. We'll see if that changes anything, or we'll see more of the same this year. Well, elsewhere in the COC, Neosho turned some heads with a 51-13 victory. That was on the road at Glendale a week ago in week 1. Now tonight, Wildcats are at home. They're trying for their first 2-0 start to the year since 2018. Neosho Wildcats at home, taking on the Kickapoo Chiefs. We start things off with Kickapoo. Quarterback Brooks Eaton makes a quick completion out wide, but that momentum would stop on this next play. Neosho cornerback Boston Patterson. You'll see him step in and pick that one off. The interception leads to a red zone touchdown off the quarterback keeper from Cade Spiva. Neosho up early. Wildcat defense would stay strong in this one. They force another turnover. Bryce Warren scoops up the ball, gets down to the 5-yard line. Then that leads to a Neosho rushing score. Second quarter now, Neosho back on offense. Gets some good momentum going with that completion, but gets halted as Jamil Worthy comes down with the interception in the end zone for Kickapoo. Gives the Chiefs the ball back. That leads to a 12-yard quarterback scramble and a touchdown from Eaton. But Neosho comes away with the win. Final score 40-27.
How about the Neosho Wildcats? You know, originally we picked them in our pigskin preview and our predictions 3-6. So John, I'll have to say that's definitely a candidate for towards the end of the year when we do our knew it or blew it predictions. So definitely think we've already blown it and we're only 2 weeks into the season. Well, we now take a look at the Carthage Tigers, who have been really high who I've been really high on this entire offseason. And well, John can back me up with that statement. Carthage is off to a great start, going on the road, defeating Waynesville 55-7. This is a Carthage team that won 7 of their last 9 home games. So here we go for the season opener. Well, tonight is actually the home opener for Carthage. Tigers welcome in the Ozark Tigers, a team that Carthage has beat every year since 2017. We begin in the first quarter. It's 4th and 10 on the opening drive as Brady Carlton throws it incomplete, but that's ruled pass interference. The drive continues. Brady Carlton takes the snap a few plays later, runs around the defenders, and reaches with the nose of the football and crosses the goal line. Carthage gets on the board first. Tigers lead 7-0. Later in the first quarter, Ozark is on the move. Some handoff issues here on the jet sweep, and it's a fumble. Jordan Brunnert comes away with the football. Carthage forces a turnover, and they have great field position. That leads to Landon Collins bulldozing his way into the end zone. Carthage adds to their lead. Tigers up 14-0. We go to the second quarter now. Carthage with the ball again. Check out this sequence right here. Jackson Hediger takes the handoff. Looks like he's going to get some open space down the sideline. No one's there to stop him until Ozark forces a fumble, but then Hediger's teammate Trent Yates picks up the football and runs and is tackled inside the 5. What a play that was. And well, a few plays later, Landon Collins takes the snap himself, works his way to the sweet nectar of the end zone. Carthage wins the Battle of the Tigers 42-0, or 42-6, the final score. Well, don't go anywhere. We still have more highlights from our Kansas schools coming up. But as we head to break, here's a few more final scores from all around Southwest Missouri.
Hey, welcome back into Pressbox. We return to Kansas with a big-time rivalry game tonight. One of the fiercest in the area. Parsons and Labette County start the season with a showdown in Altamont. Game starts with a moment of silence for Jamarcus Washington, who tragically passed away this offseason as a standout on the Parsons football team. As we start the game, the kickoff by Fernando Hernandez, and then Parsons on the first play of the game, Trey Logan goes deep to Nasir Haygood. That's a touchdown for Parsons. Big start for the Vikings, but as we go ahead, Jamal Jackson steamrolls through a group of Vikings there, and then in the second quarter, Grizzlies respond as Aaron Wyrick throws to Cajun Bates. That's a touchdown. We go ahead, Logan back on offense now, evading pressure, but he throws this one deep, and it's picked by Deontay Fields. We go ahead to Wyrick, back controlling the Labette County offense, throws the jump ball downfield. That's caught by Barrett Easthand. That's a touchdown. Labette County wins it 42-14.
That's a big win for Labette. Well, most of you were probably watching the Chiefs game last night, while Columbus and Independence kicked off on Thursday night. Both teams got off to a slow start in 2023, but that was not the case for the season opener for either of these teams. Thursday night football in Columbus. The Titans host the Indy Bulldogs on a non-conference battle, starting off early in the first quarter. Second play of the season for the Columbus Titans. Jack Valila takes the snap and scrambles around, and look at this throw. Are you kidding me? He hits his receiver in stride. That's Jace Midget. No one's there to stop him. Touchdown, Titans lead 6-0. Independence looks to respond quickly. Play action pass right here as Jace Dye completes it over to Kellen Lanning. His speed does the rest. He runs away from everyone to score the touchdown. That ties up the game 6-6. In the second quarter, the Indy Bulldogs lead 13-6. Quarterback Jace Dye takes it himself as he runs to the defense, extends the ball over the goal line. But the Titans, well, they look to bounce back after that. Check out this run here by Jet Tanner, who not only sheds one tackler, not two, not three, not four, but 5 missed tackles on this play as he refuses to go down, and he takes it all the way inside the 5-yard line. Maybe one of the best runs we've seen so far early this season. That play was set up an easy touchdown by Jack Valila, who pushes it across the end zone. High-scoring game here, but Columbus takes it 45-28.
And for our final set of highlights from Kansas, we go to 8-man football. Marmaton Valley had a breakthrough season in 2023, winning 6 games, earning a league title. Wildcats begin their 2024 campaign on the road at Oswego. We start things off with Braden Lawson, takes it, throws it, and he's picked by Dimitri Williamson. Oswego with the big play and capitalizes with this big run. That's a touchdown for Owen Jackson as he breaks away from everybody. The Indians score, and then they take the Wildcats by surprise. They recover the ensuing kickoff. After that, back to Oswego, back to Williamson. He shows his moves again, evading a few tackles. That's 6 more for Oswego. Go back the other way. Lawson looking for his receiver. Throws it, that's tip drill, and it's caught for a touchdown. Marmaton Valley back into it. Back to Oswego now. Josh Hutchinson takes this one to the outside, and he's going to go all the way to the end zone. Oswego wins it 34-28. And as we head to break, our final break, here's some more look at scores throughout the Sooner State.
Welcome back to Pressbox on Fox 14. Now, we've already covered great games in the CNC and in the COC, but this may have been our game of the week from the Big 8 Conference in Missouri as Mount Vernon takes on Seneca on a Friday night in the Valley. Up to Tom Hodge Field, the Seneca Indians hosted the Mount Vernon Mountaineers for a Friday night matchup. Mountaineers started off by pushing the Indians closer to the goal line right here as we get the coin flip. Look at this play. Close to the goal line, nice throw there. Catch inside the white marker there, so that's good for our Cats. The Indians, led by quarterback Caden Klaus, who took matters into his own hand, completing the rushing touchdown with the first numbers on the board. But later after that play, as Klaus, he scores, crosses the goal line. He is in there. So Seneca feeling good about themselves early on. Here we go with Klaus again. Klaus takes it again, running around. Boy, at Seneca, they've had such a great offense all season long. Klaus takes it for a first down. Later in the game, here's Tyrone. This one goes up to number 3, Tyrone Harris, who took it to the house, put the Indians up 12-0 with 10 minutes left in the game, or 10 minutes left in the half. At the end of the half, the Indians dominated the Mountaineers 35-14 in that one.
Well, now as we near the end of our show, it's time for you, the viewers, to have your voices heard as we unveil our choices for the performance of the week. Our first option, performance of the week, is Pittsburgh. Purple Dragons look like 5A state title contenders tonight. They dominate Emporia 56-13. They scored 42 points in just the first half alone.
Your next option is the Labette County Grizzlies. The Grizzlies not only beat their arch rival Parsons this week, but they dominated the Vikings, and they win by a final score 42-14 in that game.
That's a game that definitely will be turning some heads, that final score. And our third and final option, you just saw them, it's Seneca. The Indians host the Mount Vernon Mountaineers. That's a rematch of last year's district championship game and the year before that. Indians coast to a 35-14 win over a very good Mount Vernon team. Get your vote in now, KOAMnewsnow.com/vote. And that's all the time we have for you on this edition of Press Box. Make sure to get your voice heard on that Performance of the Week poll. That's on our website right now, and we'll see you right back here again next Friday night.